Today, I'm going to show you how to install, configure, and use the latest plugin from Fortify, specifically for the Bamboo Continuous Integration System available from Atlassian. Our plugin is available on the Atlassian Marketplace. So all you have to do is search in the Atlassian Marketplace for Fortify, and you'll see the Fortify SCA plugin. That stands for Static Code Analyzer. And today I'm going to show you how to add that plugin, how to configure it, and then we'll use it, and I'll walk you through some of the features of the Bamboo plugin. So like you do with any Bamboo plugin, you just come into the administrative section and click add-ons, and that will allow you to click upload an add-on. When you do so, you'll be able to select the file that you've downloaded from the Atlassian Marketplace. It'll be downloaded as a zip. You'll just unzip that zip file, and inside of it is the plugin jar. You'll choose that file and say upload. Once you've done that, that's all that you have to do. And now the Fortify SCA Bamboo plugin will show up under user installed add-ons. So now you're ready to start using Fortify SCA with Bamboo. So if we come in here and look at some of our projects, we're going to look at the 8-ball project today. And we're going to take a look at this build configuration. So if we click on this job, you'll see that I've configured a Fortify SCA scan task. You click add a task, right? And you'll be able to select Fortify SCA here to add that to any current plan that you have in Bamboo. So if you already have an existing plan where you're compiling a project through whatever means it is, you can simply add the Fortify SCA step after the code has been checked out and is made available. So we've already added the Fortify scan here, so I'm going to walk you through a few of the settings. You have to add the executable, so that is pointing Bamboo to the actual location where you've installed Fortify SCA. So you are required to install Fortify SCA locally so that the scan can be run. You can choose add a new executable, and then you simply specify the path to your bin directory under Fortify where your source analyzer executable is located. So we're just telling it where the executable is located, and that's under your default Fortify install directory in the bin directory. Once we've done that, we're now ready to use it. Like any Fortify SCA scan, we have to specify a build ID. That's essentially our version of a project name. And that's what all of the translated files and commands are going to use throughout this process. We have a few global advanced options here where you can set the maximum memory that Fortify SCA will use. And because this is a global setting at the top, it works for both the translation phase, where we're translating the code, as well as the analysis phase, where we're analyzing the code. We can also pass in any additional Java options that we'd like directly here. But right now, I'm just specifying 4 gigs of memory here for my scan. You do have the option to update the Fortify security content. I would recommend checking this box so that you always check for the latest rule packs. If you're using the normal update.fortify.com is available from your server, you don't have to fill anything out. So you just check the box. If you do use a proxy server, we have that information available for you there. You can choose to run a Fortify SCA clean, which obviously I would recommend with every scan because it ensures you don't have any old translated files associated with the previous scan. So we're going to check the Fortify SCA clean. We're going to check the box for running the translation. And then we come to the project configuration type. So we have 2 basic configurations for scans, basic and advanced. If you look at the application type, you see that we provide you out-of-the-box support for Java and .NET projects, as well as applications that you wish to use Maven or Gradle to compile and scan using the Maven plugin from Fortify or the Gradle build adapter. You also can choose Other, and that literally just gives you a box where you can add every Fortify SCA command. So if you already have a working scan script or file, and with all the commands there, can just choose Other and copy paste all of the translation options there. But most will choose the type which allows you to specify, in this case, where it's a Java application, we're going to select 1.6. We don't have any dependencies we need to configure, but we would add any dependencies here in the class path. You can see the source files. I've specified a local directory where my source files are available for this scan. We can make any exclusions we'd like to exclude from the translation or any additional options that we'd like to do. Underneath here, we can add debug and verbose and a dedicated log file for translation. That can be helpful during troubleshooting or working with support. We can then check the box for run a scan, and we have to fill out a result file. You can see here it has to end in .fpr, which stands for Fortify Project Report. We have optionally the ability to set a project template if you are using a customized project template. You can add custom rules or any additional scan options that you'd like. Under Advanced, you'll see the ability to add debug or verbose and a different log file for scanning if you'd like to generate. If you have a scanning issue, that'll help you in dealing with support or troubleshooting your issue. And we also have the ability to upload the scan results. As opposed to just publishing the artifact and downloading it locally, we can publish these directly to Fortify Software Security Center. And when you do that, you get some additional benefits and features of the plugin that I'll talk to you about. So we are going to publish the results to Software Security Center. You fill out the URL and the username, and then you fill out your password one time. It will save the password. If you ever need to change it, you just click change. You do need to generate an authentication token that Bamboo and a Software Security Center can use to authenticate, and that's used for this build failure criteria that you see here that I'll explain in just a second. So we do have to generate an authentication token if you wish to use the build failure criteria option. You generate a if you look in our documentation for the Bamboo plugin, we give you an example of how to generate that token. I'll show you right here in our terminal. I'm just simply issuing a Fortify client token command to request a token using the URL, the username, and the password for my local instance, hitting enter, and that will provide me this token. And that can be used to make the handshake between Bamboo and Software Security Center. We set up an application name. That's for Software Security Center. That's where it's going to be uploaded to. And an application version in Software Security Center. That's for existing applications. You can check this box, and if you haven't created that application or application version before, this will, using our RESTful API, go ahead and automatically create that version for you and upload the results. So that should be helpful in certain various workflows where you want to create a new version every time for some specific reason, but that should be very helpful. This brings us to our build failure criteria. This is an optional setting where we can fail a build automatically if it contains certain security issues. This build failure criteria supports the Software Security Center search query syntax. So anything that you can search for in Software Security Center, you can use as a build failure criteria. You can see here that I am looking for any high issues that are found in this scan. If there are any high issues, I want the build to fail so that we can take action in Bamboo without having to go into Fortify and look at the results themselves. We're going to automatically fail that build. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. All right. And let's go ahead and run this. So we're going to run our plan. All right, we can see here that the plan has started to run. It's going to run the translation phase first, which you can see here. That's running there's our project name, our 8-ball, our build ID, the clean task that we specified. We do use the Bamboo home directory for all build artifacts. So if you aren't uploading to Software Security Center and you haven't checked that box, you'll be able to find your build artifacts directly on in your Bamboo home. I'll show you that here. Okay. And they'll be located in this directory. where all of Bamboo's artifacts are created. And you'll be able to see that in the log, the exact location of where they've been created. So let's go ahead and take a look at the logs. The build has been marked as failed. And we can see here that Fortify SCA did finish. We analyzed one source file. It rendered 7 results. There were 3 issues that met the condition that we had set for are any high issues, right? And it gives us a link to go view those results in Software Security Center. So we have automatically run a Fortify scan in Bamboo. We have generated a result file. We have uploaded that to Software Security Center. And then it has come back to Bamboo that there are high issues that need attention. And therefore, we've marked this build as a failure. We can go in and fix those issues, rebuild this code, and the build failure would pass, and we would have a successful build. So it finished successfully, but it's being marked as a failure because of the build failure condition that we've set. If we go look inside of SSC, we can take a look at our Bamboo sample. And if we look under the Artifacts tab, we will see that just a couple of minutes ago, an artifact has been processed. So we processed it automatically, it merged in, and now we can go about looking at, and we can see here we have 3 high issues that we found, hence the build failure. So you can use the Bamboo plugin to scan .NET solutions. We support MS Build and devenv. You can use it to scan any application with the other tab. It's easy to create scans with Maven or Gradle. Please look at our documentation, and I hope you will enjoy using the Bamboo plugin. Thank you very much.